Good now.
You're good.
I think you're good right now.
What the hell?
What the hell? Don't what the hell me?
You still have that app?
Oh, stop it.
Oh, stop it.
Hey. There you go. Jamming out this morning.
We're lit, baby.
What's up, guys? It's Mike Frank with
What
the
up?
Frank Oliver Collective.
What's up, gang?
Formerly. Anyway, for anybody that doesn't know, be real.
That was,
real.
I feel like, 6 months ago.
Yeah, remember Be Real?
You know what's really funny is that it's catching on a lot more now that you guys are giving up on it. There's more
There's
happening.
no correlation there, though.
Oh, there is a direct correlation. The thing is, this is the type of app that's so stupid that Facebook pays like $4 million for it. They're like, we don't want to give you big money, but
Well,
like, we'll
so
give you
now,
some money.
okay, Be Real came out, and every platform I feel like was doing it. And when I say every platform, TikTok did the same exact thing, and like this is so annoying. And then I don't have Snapchat anymore, but I feel like they were kind of maybe doing that. I don't know.
Snapchat's like a thing. It's just I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Snapchat to me is like its own entity. Whereas,
Is
like,
TikTok
I feel like
not?
all the rest of them are the same. Nah, they're all the same. They
I agree.
all
Okay,
do
okay, I
short
get it,
form
I get it.
video.
But
They
okay,
are-
what is stopping you from using your iMessage as Snapchat?
iMessage doesn't delete it.
Well, now you have the ability to.
You can
Also,
delete a
so-
message?
100%. Yeah.
You can edit your messages too.
Well, I know that. Hold on, please.
I think it leaves some.
No, I can't delete the message. Yeah, I mean, I can delete it off
No,
my
no, no,
phone.
No, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong. Doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong, sir.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, let's hover over it.
This is
Go
actual
to
real
more.
estate content.
Wait,
yeah, that's
what the hell?
Right, see? Hover.
I can do it on my phone.
No, you can't.
100%.
Maybe you can do it with media.
Nah, dude, I've done this
I'm
before.
sending Liv a picture. I'm
I
actually
texted
sending
Liv
Libby.
this morning. Let's see.
Watch, I just did it to Mike.
Okay, so I hover. Meanwhile, people are like watching our shit.
Look, I literally just sent and deleted a message to Mike.
I don't know why my phone's not doing it
Yeah,
either
but, like-
right now.
Okay, so I just sent it. So like, how do I unsend it?
Click on it.
Cancel.
So what happens when you give a boomer a phone?
No. Show me how to do
I don't-
undo send.
There you go. There you go.
There it is.
The video, you have to turn that around.
Oh, it boofed.
Oh, come on.
It boofed.
That is content right there.
I'm interesting piece. Liv may still see the messages on devices where the software has not been updated.
Well, that's a given.
I just don't have content that I need you to delete. Like, if that's the way you live your life, right? If that's the way you live your life, why is your focal point to be able to erase content? Like, we're gonna Men in Black you real quick. Pew! Right? Like, and then all of a sudden...
That's not my point. My point was just like the Be Real. I feel like TikTok was doing the same thing. And then, I don't know. I don't have Snapchat anymore. I deleted it. I thought about deleting TikTok, but...
You know what makes you a Gen Zer? Deleting apps. It makes you a Gen
But I
Zer.
only... Like, okay, I
The
can agree
boomers
with
don't
you.
add the apps.
Nah, you got... Because you don't know how.
Don't look at me.
Dude, I mean... I feel like I got rid of Snapchat. I feel like there's other... What was the other one? Twitter? I don't have anymore.
Twatter. Snapchat.
I just use Instagram,
TikTok, Facebook, Signal,
TikTok.
WhatsApp.
I don't have that.
How do you not have WhatsApp?
I used to. It was for one of my clients, and then they ghosted me. And I was like, well,
Yeah. So the biggest reason that I have the amount of apps that I have is because of the client base that I've created. Like, hands down.
explain.
So my very first, I don't know what you call it. Like, what are these apps called? Like WhatsApp, when it's like a Wi-Fi based connection.
Yeah, it's just like messaging, but like outside of your.
Yeah, I guess.
Like a
So the very
third-party
first
messaging
one that I
app?
had was called Voxer. Do you remember Voxer?
No.
Jonathan, do you remember Voxer?
I hated Voxer.
You're such a liar.
How old are you?
So Voxer was like a walkie-talkie connection
Okay.
through data. So you'd be like, brrr, and then everybody would get your voice, which wasn't possible on iMessage at the time. And then fast forward from Voxer, I had a client that asked me to use Viber, which is the exact same
I've
thing.
never heard of either
And then,
of those.
well, but the reason that these are popular is because in foreign countries, it's easier to connect when you have these internet-based.
Well, like the one couple that I was working with, they were like out in Germany and they were coming back to the US.
Yeah, and they wanted you to use WhatsApp.
Yeah. So that.
Speaking of which, I don't have Jeremy and Jessica's actual phone number. I was in Follow Up Boss the other day because I only communicated with them on WhatsApp because they were coming from Germany.
Do you still have it?
I have their WhatsApp number, but I don't have their like.
Ring?
Well, yeah, I mean, I could, but like anyway. So then I went to Viber because my client was overseas and using Viber, and then WhatsApp came out, and now Signal comes out, and Telegram and Telegram.
So like, I feel like there's a couple different platforms you could use for a service like this, like Discord. What if you just had a Frank Oliver Code Discord?
We do have a Frank Oliver Code Discord.
Well, you have. I meant a server, not a profile. So then, like, all of your clients are invited to that, and they could get updates. Granted, I feel like no real estate agent or company is using Discord. It's mainly like a gaming thing, investing, like a lot of big communities there. At least I haven't seen it run like that. And Discord's very easy. You can hop in a voice channel just off Wi-Fi. It's the same thing. You can do video call. You can share your screen. It's like Zoom. It's like all of these things in one.
They're all so great.
It's a very powerful tool, and I feel like a lot of people in our industry don't use it that way.
The crazy
But
thing
also,
to me
when
is
you tell people Discord, I feel like a lot of the population that's outside of gaming or investing doesn't
it. You used to
live.
tell
You know what
your
Discord
parents,
is?
Yeah.
I mean, I know what it is, but I do think like what you're about to say, like I don't think of it as
Like if I were to go to like Joe Schmo and be like, hey, download Discord, let's hop on a meeting in this voice server.
All
later
right.
this evening.
Counter argument.
He would be like, what the hell is Discord?
Wait,
but then
wait,
if I
wait.
was like Zoom,
Wait,
he'd be
wait,
like,
wait.
all right, bet.
Counter argument.
All
So,
right.
if I was out at a bar and I said, "Hey, do you have Snapchat?" What is the likelihood that the person on the other end of the conversation has Snapchat?
high.
Like a percentage? Yeah, I mean, it's high.
How high?
I'd say probably 75% or higher.
Damn, I don't think that's that high at all. But let's
Really?
just go off of
Well,
that logic.
okay, what-
let's go off
what's
that
the
logic. Let's go
demographic?
off that
You're at a
logic.
bar.
No, let's go off that logic. So, if I say, "Hey, do you have Snapchat?" and they say,
Yeah.
yeah, we're in instant rapport.
Okay.
If I go even farther and say, "Do you have TikTok?" and they say,
Yeah.
we're in instant rapport. Do you have WhatsApp? Signal? Discord? All of a sudden, if we're on the same alignment on every single one of those apps, we're in instant rapport. So if you were to show up to your showing and be like, "Hey, do you have Facebook?" and somebody was like, "No, because I'm not 50," you're instantly out of rapport. So it's kind of like gauging your contact and being relevant on every platform. But see, we got very off topic. As surprise, surprise.
How did we get here? I don't remember.
You know, we're just good at our job, you know. LOL. But I think the key is that if you're playing on your
Okay, I feel like this
app connections, you're creating opportunity to have relationships that you
this
don't
can
otherwise
tie
have.
into our subject. So
Sure.
like, you could like role play something or like, hey, Mike, do you have Discord? Let's hop on a meeting or the channel tonight and talk a little bit more about your home search, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, no. And like, what the hell? You don't have Discord? Like you make it, like you, Mike Frank, make a joke out of that. But then you get them like to overcome that objection of, no, I don't have it. Like, hey, I'm going to send you a link to download it. This is what we're going to do. You're going to join the channel that says blah, blah, blah. And then we're going to.
I think the key is you have to be that person on the other end of the conversation. So the topic, in case anybody's wondering, was supposed to be how to get more out of your life, like how to get more out of every moment. And so if you enter that conversation with the approach of, oh, what's Discord? And you open the door to downloading something new, great. But if you don't have that, if you're not that person, and if you're like, no, that's what creating something more out of your life looks like, right? Identifying the goal, identifying the need, acknowledging it, recognizing your approach to taking that next step, and then being open to that solution, right? I think the biggest thing, especially as it turns to like apps, is unknown. And especially when like TikTok came out, I thought TikTok was a dancing app.
Oh my god.
But that's what like the ads were on TV, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
and
I forgot that they had TV ads,
bro. It was
my
crazy.
God.
The only person I knew that was using it was fucking Crazy Linnea. Fucking Crazy Linnea was using TikTok, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that she dressed up as the Grinch, and she tried to have like an OnlyFans as the Grinch.
I didn't see it.
She's a fucking psycho.
I mean, I've heard.
And she knows, but so then I'm like associating TikTok with these like dancing TV ads and this OnlyFans Grinch promotional post. I was like, what the fuck? So I wasn't like about it, right? And then I started to understand it, and TikTok is easily the most addictive platform.
So, okay.
For sure.
We're still kind of off topic here, but why did Vine fail or shut down, and now TikTok has like a hold of society?
Literally the only thing that I can ever think of Vine is this black dude running in the woods, and he's like how white people be in scary movies, how black people be in scary movies.
Oh my god!
Like white people be like, "Oh my god, what's going on?" And black dude's like, "Get me the fuck out of here!" 6 seconds. That was the best Vine ever. It was the best Vine.
There's a YouTube channels that have just compilations of the best Vines ever created.
Yeah,
and sometimes
but his was so much better. But anyway, so how do we get from Vine to TikTok? Well, acknowledge that in our life, 90% of the time, we what do you call that? When you like push something down to put something else on top, we do that every single day of our lives, whether it's your diet, whether it's your exercise, whether it's your accountability or your routine, whether it's staying 10 minutes later at work to accomplish that one extra thing because, you know, your boss isn't paying you, you decide to leave. And then you're like putting things in prioritization. And I feel like our whole entire lives have become a prioritization of Facebook, of MySpace, right? Like, it's how they've decided to move.
I think it's much, I'd say it's much deeper than that.
Well, think, Vine existed before Instagram had Instagram Reels.
Yeah.
And Facebook existed before Instagram had Instagram Reels. And all of a sudden, Instagram creates Reels, which is basically like Snapchat, which is basically like Vine.
Yeah.
And blows up, changes the entire world. Now Facebook has it, now Instagram has it, now TikTok has it, now YouTube has it.
Where do you see, and I've seen people briefly talk about it, but like the application of Be Real in, I guess, the world, right?
I don't.
Right.
I don't.
Right.
But see, I find something uniquely organic about Be Real.
Do you?
Like, I can see the same person, and I can think of this girl, and I'm not going to throw her under the bus, but I can think of this person that uses Be Real, and she's out with her friends, and she's taking pictures. And in case you guys don't know what Be Real is it's a picture. It takes a picture of what your camera sees and then a picture of yourself at the same time. So you're like at a concert and it's like a picture of you and your friend at the concert, but then it's the concert on the other end of the camera. Yeah. It's both, right? Yeah. So this girl takes pictures of herself at the bar, herself at the pool, herself on a boat, herself, whatever, all these different things that she's doing. But then later I see like these updated Instagram photos and it's like a whole different world. Like one looks like professional photo shoot, edited.
It's crazy because it's called Be Real, and I think like it's very far from that. Or maybe that might be, depending on who the person is, right? But that might be their only like real social media content, and everything else that they're on is kind of like a lie.
But that's what I mean. That's what I mean. This girl,
but I feel like
I feel like I'm there with her when she posts those pictures.
Yeah.
But when she posts on Instagram, they're like edited, doctored, filtered, and they don't even look like her anymore. They're the posed, you know, turned in a certain way with a certain angle with your chest stuck out, and you know, like,
right.
And it's okay. Those pictures look great too. Kudos, by the way. But it's also disingenuous to what your real friends want.
It's all social media is.
Well, right. But then again, there's real friends that also follow you on social media.
Yeah.
Like I messaged this dude
if I wasn't
yesterday.
in real estate, I don't think I'd be on social media at all.
Fuck no.
Like, dude,
I'd be a hermit in the woods.
By choice or just by... Well, I'm not someone's
by outcome of my decisions.
Okay,
I don't know.
Like, I don't know. Like, is that a choice that you make, or like, is it something like that train that you're hopping on? Like, I'm not going to be a part of any of that.
Oh no, I think that naturally, organically, I like surfing TikTok for the same reason that John does. But like, you don't see John ever post to social media.
Right.
So in the same way, like I would want to just be in my little house in my little slippers doing my little thing all the time.
Now the thing is, I think you have to be able to control that part of your day or your life, right? Because that 5 minutes, if you're like, I'm only going to do it for 5 minutes, can turn into 30, can turn into an hour.
Bro,
like
it's not 5 minutes. 9 times out of 10.
Well, that's the
All right,
problem.
This is what happens. This
That's
happened
the
to me last
problem.
week. Real story. This happened to me last week. So I went onto Facebook to get someone's married name because this girl is in my sphere. She's in my pop by list. I was updating my pop by list. Look out for your peeps. And we got a fucking mountain climber over here. So I have her, and I know that she got married, but I don't remember her married name. So I didn't want to be disrespectful. So I went to Facebook. I'm on Facebook. I'm meandering around Facebook. I'm doing whatever. Oh, fuck. Shut it down. And then I was like, why the fuck did I get on Facebook in the first place? And I go back into Follow Boss, and I was like, oh my God. Like, that was the whole reason I went to Facebook. So then I went back to Facebook to get her. It was just like 30 minutes of wasted time without even knowing it. Like, fucking blink of an eye.
Well, that's like the scariest thing. What if at the end of your life, you saw how much time you spent on social media? I wonder what that number is.
Well, your phone can fucking do it for you.
Screen time.
Every week, your phone gives you screen time reports.
Like screen time, like what if I'm texting people, like for work?
No, your phone gives you screen time reports for like
each app?
how much you're. Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
do it by like monthly and yearly?
I think so.
Holy shit!
Have you ever gone to your Google death clock?
No,
Bro, you got to do it.
What is the, like when you're gonna die?
Guys, watch Christian. Google death clock. Google death clock. I'm gonna bring my microphone over here.
Well,
No. Google death clock. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
okay. I'm just gonna let it autocorrect.
All right. So go to the that.
The first one?
No. Yeah, that.
That's
Google
the
death
first
clock.
one's always an ad. I don't like that.
I don't care.
Should.
All right, put it in. Go ahead.
Okay.
Date of birth, how much you weigh,
19.
your sex, your what is it? Mode? Your BMI?
Yeah, what the fuck is
your
mode?
Smoking status? We're about to find out.
Mode pessimistic.
Oh my God. Okay, Liv,
I
I
feel
need
like
a
I'm
decision.
normal.
Pessimistic, sadistic, or optimistic for Christian.
I'm going normal.
Okay.
Oh God. Okay. What do I put for BMI?
Your body mass index?
Yeah, I don't really know
if
what
you're
I am.
fatter, you're higher body mass index.
You're
If you're
less than 25. That's like those.
Yeah, I would think that you're in like the teens, but okay.
I'm non-smoker.
Yeah,
Check
right.
now, just click that.
Yeah. Check your death clock.
Oh God.
Oh my God, this is gonna be fucking hilarious. What does it say? Oh shit!
Am I good? I'm good.
Christian's about to come up on this death anniversary.
What do you mean?
Christian has 989,845,570
August
seconds
9th,
to live.
2054.
How did that happen for you? I'm May 25th, 2075.
Yeah. I was like, you're gonna be
God.
way higher.
I'm gonna die so much. Later.
Yo,
Oh God. What is
Christian's
yours? What is yours?
Oh, I mean, I don't remember.
I need to go to the doctor now.
But I like, okay, so back to our topic, which we're not even going to have a topic this week, but back to our topic, like, how can you make yourself better, right? Like, so let's just say your problem is that you don't want to die in 2054. You want to die in 20?
50. I'm kidding.
You're such a shit. When do you want to die?
When the time is right, when God calls my name. I don't know. How old I be in 54? I'll be 60.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'll be 58, I think. Math, I can't really do that right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like to live to like 80, maybe.
Yeah. So you want to get to like the 70s.
Yeah, for sure.
2070s.
Yeah.
So to me,
I
feel
put
like
this
that's your
away.
objection, right? You have to figure out your way to handle that.
Yeah.
And you have to take the hardened truth to figure out your next step that's going to help you grow.
100%.
In order to do that, you have to find your objection that's present in your life. You have to talk to yourself and identify it and figure out a solution that you have that you're going to stick on for the long run.
Well, I think-
and you're going to have hurdles that are going to come up in the process. Atomic habits. Anyway, continue.
Oh, well, that was very intense. I forgot what I was going to say now.
I don't like this lid.
Okay, the truth. I feel like that's the biggest thing that people aren't willing to face.
Is the truth?
Yeah.
The truth just in general, or the truth about their life, or the truth about their choices, or like what truth? What truth?
All of that. All of the above. You know, like a new book I've been reading. It's not the one for book club, by the way. I'll get to that here soon. But it's called Meditations. It's the one that I got at Barnes & Noble when we went. And basically, it's this guy, Marcus Aurelius, I think that's how you pronounce his name. And he was a Roman emperor or a Greek emperor. And then...
Did you not watch Gladiator?
I don't think so.
Oh my God.
Well,
That's a good movie.
okay, I'll have to check
Gladiator's definitely top 50 ever.
But he basically writes these like scriptures, like paragraphs to himself called meditations. And it's about like a reflection of his thoughts, his life, and everything that he's like experienced, and trying to internalize it. And
from my understanding, that book is about his daily journaling.
Yeah.
So like it was his daily, like I went through this today. This is my meditation. I went through this today. This is my meditation.
Kind of. I'm still in the intro, but I took a peep at like some of the meditations that he has.
Peep, peep.
And like even the truth that's there when I read a line from him and he's trying to like internalize these things, and I'm looking at my life, like some shitty thing has happened, like instead of understanding like, oh, this person that did this sucks or what have you, you know, coming to the truth that I'm letting this one issue change the way I think. What if I come back to myself, internalize it, and change the way that I think, that way that issue doesn't have a impact on me?
I mean, I agree. Sorry, I'm taking a kitten podcast photo.
Can we just get her to lay right here?
Anyway. I think that's the key is the person that's going to look at what they're reading, look at what they're intaking, and look at how it's going to impact their daily life is the person that's going to grow.
But I feel like, what's the percentage of the population that actually does that? I feel like it's very little.
Well, the first question I think you have to ask is, what's the percentage of the population that's actually reading?
Well, that's true. I don't know. That's a very good question.
I mean, I think the bigger concern that I have as I continue to grow is like how much time I've wasted in my life not reading.
Dude,
did I tell you about my transcript?
No.
Oh.
Okay,
right,
now
I'll tell you that.
But also, like, I've had the realization of like how much time I've spent living my life not living.
Yikes.
And I'm like,
thanks, Mom.
I'm like, well, no. It's just like now I'm like trying to take advantage and like get that. It's gonna sound crazy, but the enlightenment from that not emotional vibration. What is it called? The personal vibration.
Vibrational scale.
Yeah.
Vibrational scale of consciousness.
Like try and scale up that, not necessarily as a chase or a race, but like find different levels throughout that and get to the enlightenment goal.
Well, I think it's no different than real estate. So real estate is this wave, right? And the question is, are you going to ride the wave or are you going to quit?
Right.
Not can you flatten out the wave.
Right.
So for me, it's about raising the wave, right?
Yeah.
So instead of going like this, I'd rather go like this.
Yeah.
I'm at a higher wavelength. Even my lows are way better than they could be.
Yeah.
And same thing with the vibrational scale of consciousness. We're always going to have bad days, but are we going to have good days and like mediocre days? Or are we going to have really, really shitty days and mediocre days? And I think that's, to me, the idea of getting 1% better every day means moving up the scale.
Well, I mean, people, I think, again, are so afraid of that 1% better, and they can be afraid. They already have an idea of what that looks like, but they don't even really have a true idea. If we relate it to real estate, like people have that idea already embedded of what their home ownership process looks like. And then when you go to point them in the right direction, they're like, oh my God.
Bro, I had the funniest conversation with somebody on Friday. She said something like, oh yeah, I decided I'm not going to buy a house. And I said, I'm curious, why not? And she said, oh, all the things, right? So interest rates, price point,
right,
all the things, right? And so I said, well, I'm curious, like, do you think that the interest rates are going to go down? And she goes, well, I'm not sure. I would like them to. What do you think? And I told her my thought. And I said, well, but what about price range? Do you think price range is going to go down? And she said, well, yeah, it's going to go down. And I went, why do you think that? She went, it's so high, COVID, blah, 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 right? And I said, well, I'm curious. Have you been to the dollar store? And she goes, yeah. I was like, have you been lately? And she's like, yeah. And she starts giggling. And I was like, it's not $1 anymore. And she laughed. She's like, yeah, it's $1.25. And I was like, yeah, do you think that's going to go down? Right? Like, do you think that we're ever going to use pennies again? No, we're not. We're eventually going to phase them out just like the hay penny did way back when. You know what I mean? Like at some point, we're going to keep growing to that point. The question is, are we going to become the people that are the users of, the bigger impact stuff? Or are we going to become just the people that are using whatever God's gifted us to use? And I think that's the question of getting yourself better, moving into a better place, and expanding your vibrational scale of consciousness, and expanding your ability to have your 1% improvement every single day.
Yeah. And I think there's a big line to cross when you're trying to improve that. And there's people that get scared and like pull out, or there's people that are like, I'll face this and live a little bit and try to grow my life. And they
feel like that was a sex metaphor just now. Nobody's paying attention.
Well, people can smash that like button,
face it and pull out, or they're just like, fuck it, I'll deal with it.
Well, I said get scared and
Pull out.
Oh. Okay. No.
Anyway.
So where was I? Like,
I mean,
people back out of it and
yeah.
they get scared, and then there's people who are like, let's jump off the plane, let's get this thing done. But I feel like that is a part of living, right? If you keep backing out and saying like, oh, I'm not going to do it, I'm too scared, whatever it is, right? You're only limiting yourself, and like you only have so many years on this planet. So
well,
like,
and
how
you're
long are
limiting
you gonna
the
keep
impact
doing
that you
this?
can have for other people. And that's the biggest
Right.
thing for me. I won't say that I've always grown in every single way, but in the way that I've grown, the biggest thing for me is the ability to impact other people. And so if I pull back or I pull out, if I pull back and I don't continue my growth, I'm just limiting the impact that I can have for other people, right? Whether it's my brother, my fiance, my family, like that's a very personal impact, but also like how many people can we impact by continuing to grow and continuing to do the good things versus pulling out and saying, hey, I'm going to withhold because it's not going to hurt me today.
Right.
It's not about hurting yourself. It's about me. For me, it's about hurting other people that I can't impact.
Yeah.
And just to share, like for me personally, I met Justin Buonamo through a Redfin lead. He was a Redfin lead and he bought a house from me. And not only did he buy a house from me, but I also thought he was kind of crazy when he bought it. And then I started to recognize his impact that he had on my life, his decision-making processes, the way that he approached the conversation, and all the things that he had accomplished in his life. And I started looking at him as a friend and a partner in life, like someone that I could go to and talk to. And there have been times where like there's no one else to call. And I call Justin, not because I'm super close with him, but because I understand that he can respect the conversation that I'm about to have with him.
Yeah.
And he can bring something to my life because I truly respect him. And that came from a fucking Redfin lead. You know what I mean? Like we look to these books, we look to mentorships, we look to like, big, massive things like Tony Robbins and Tom Ferry to like impact our life. And really they're microcosms of like what we do every single day.
Yeah, I feel like the experience is what makes it up.
That's just my personal opinion. Mic drop.
I can agree.
It's a little bit less impactful when the mic is connected. The cat's over there, like very unimpressed. Very
I just want the cat to
unimpressed.
come over here and hang out.
Anyway, what else? Anything?
Not much, man. I think
I feel like I miss Andrea today, and I know she's like hotboxing the Duncan, but she heard, right?
God.
I feel like there's something there, and I'm excited to see what you guys do when I go away. I'm leaving in 2 weeks.
Am I watching Graham?
I don't know. No.
No.
Yeah, no.
Why?
Because
what
he's
the
going
fuck?
for training. He needs a second little bit of training.
Come on, let him spend some time with a fun uncle here.
Nah, he needs to go for training. He needs to go for training. All right. Anyway, you guys know where to reach me. You can always hit me up. I'm going to be out of town in 2 weeks, but Christian's here. Hopefully, Dre's going to be back on the show with Heather or Liv or John or somebody else. And maybe little Nala will make an appearance. She's getting more comfortable. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. You can always reach me on Instagram at MichaelFrank _ or at our website, frankoliverco.com.
You can reach me at Instagram, Christian the Deadhead. And yeah, deuces.
Deuces.